I'm Richik. Welcome back to my channel. This video will be a bit different than the others. Today I'll talk about my monthly expenses in Canada. I'm not going to talk about all the expenses which led me to come to Canada. For example, my university fees, my flight tickets, all the other miscellaneous expenses which I spent back in my home country. I'll talk about the expenses which started when I landed here. The majority of my expenses is my rent. I pay $540 for this apartment. It is a bit higher than the normal price. Okay. खोल भी नहीं पा रहे हो. So this is my roommate Abhi. He also lives. He's my housemate, not a roommate actually. How much do you pay for it?
So I live in the basement unit of this house, and I'm paying $450 per month.
So he's paying $450 per month, and I'm paying $540. So there's a difference between living on the main floor and the basement. I believe the ones who are staying upstairs pay $600.
Yeah,
the rent varies a lot. The prices will differ a bit because we have different habits, different hygiene, different food routines. So the next major expense which I'll talk about is my phone bill. I have a SIM card of Fido and I get 20 gigs of data. My phone bill comes to around $34 after taxes. How much do you pay for that?
So even I have Fido. When I came to Canada, my bill was around $45 per month after taxes, and I had 10 gigs of data, 10 gigabytes. During the Black Friday sale, I upgraded to the plan, so now I have 20 GB and I pay after taxes $36 per month.
The next major expense, which is my groceries. I live by myself, I cook by myself, so I pay for my own groceries, I don't share. And I'll tell you something, being a non-vegetarian is better than being a vegetarian because meat here is cheaper than all the vegetarian foods. We don't count groceries per month, but if you sum up all the weekly expenses, it comes down to around $120 to $150. Am I right?
Like $120 to $150 if you're spending lavishly on your groceries.
Exactly.
Like if you're buying chicken regularly and you're buying all the spices, rice, flour, and everything that you can possibly imagine.
So I'll roughly say the lower limit, which is 120. I guess it is enough for a single person for 1 month.
More than enough.
It's more than enough actually. 90 to 100 will be even, but I'll go with 120 for now for the sake of calculations. All the major expenses are done. Right now we have expenses for food. I'll talk about going outside a bit later, but I'll talk about my expenses first. I have a lot of food cravings. I buy chips, I buy muffins, I buy brownies, I buy chocolates, and whatever gives me joy. I spend $30 to $50 on my food habits, which is bad. It's not good for anyone else.
It's not a bad thing. I feel like even like we are living here on our own, we are cooking on our own. Sometimes you may not feel like cooking every day. Even I spend a lot of money on pizzas, and also I think it's fair when you're a single student living on your own.
Lastly, the minimal major expense which I personally have, because I travel a lot from Windsor to Mississauga and Windsor to London. So I have kept aside $100 not per month, but every 2 months for my travels, because I take a ride share and every time I go somewhere it costs me around $60 to $100. To sum up all the expenses which I have right now, it comes down to around $700 to $750. Majority is my rent, right?
Yeah.
So
like out of 764, almost 70 to 80% is rent only, 540.
yes.
So almost $200 you're spending on your groceries and
Miscellaneous food items
and your
eating outside
and your phone bill. So which is fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
200 per month is fair.
200 per month is manageable. That's the minimum you can spend if you want to live happily. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't compromise on food or anything else.
Also on your living space. I mean, he has a good room. I mean, you need your space and
I need my private space as well.
So
I don't have a part-time job yet, so I have to worry about saving my money and not spending everything I have. So from my GIC, I get around $730, and I try to limit my expenses till that amount. People say that you should not spend your GIC earlier, but I would say that that's your main source of expense until you get a part-time job. I'm trying to get one myself as well. So that's it for today's video. I hope you got a bit of information which you were asking me to give. This was my living expenses in Canada video. I hope you guys like it.